Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I'll tell you, but I want to talk about the three-man militia. And if you've been watching my videos on the three-man militia, you realize by now the three-man militia is nothing like the military. It's nothing like you see on TV. It's nothing like you see these militias that run around. A lot of states have their own militias. These people that get together, stuff like that. If you've been watching my videos, you can tell by now what I talk about in the three-man militia is nothing like all of them. Like I say, we as a three-man militia realize we have limitations. Now that doesn't mean we can't work with other militias, these big fancy militias. We can work with them. We can work with the sheriff department, our local sheriff department for sure we can work with, and we can go to other sheriff departments and work with them also. That's what makes the three-man militia so valuable and versatile. Whatever that word is. We can work under all kinds of conditions, and when you do your three-man militia properly, what I say, you learn all these different skills, then your three-man militia becomes valuable to not only other militias, other three-man militias, these big fancy militias, the sheriff departments, even military. When the military comes in and you want to, you have a choice. You can work with the military. That's what they do in war zones and stuff like that. The military will call upon the local militias. And so, but it's your choice. That's one of the big things. Now, when you sell out your militia, in other words, if you are under military control and your militia, to get favor, you sell out to them, and that's what they normally do. In Vietnam, I'm sure in Afghanistan, Iran, I'm sure like that, Iraq, I'm sure they did the same thing. The military goes in, they kiss up to them, they want to give them weapons and all kinds of cool things, and that's how they get in and that's CIA does the same thing. That's what they do. But the militia that I talk about, we aren't open to that type of method of operation, the MO. We aren't open to that. Because the thing is, once you do that, you've pushed your morals to the side. And I say, what I talk about, the three-man militia, is based on morals. We have our strength and our abilities come from our morals. So that's, like I say, so you have to realize there is a limit when you start cooperating with others, especially when they're organized. You have to realize there's going to be a line that you're going to have to cross sometime or another. And once you cross that, you are not the three-man militia that I talk about. Because like I say, we run on morals. And you will have to set your morals to the side if you're going to cooperate in a whole lot of detail with these different organizations. You will cooperate with them because they need you. You really don't need them. Now remember, as a three-man militia, we don't need them. We are who we are. They need us. Remember that. And then once you get to the point where you need them, you know you are not the three-man militia that you started with. I say we need to be able to know and realize our limitations as a three-man militia. And like I say, when you're with your three and one or two of the other guys decide, well, they want all the nice spiffy clothes and they want all the new weapons and stuff like that. So in other words, they are selling themselves to whoever this other identity is. And it, like I say, it could be anybody. Like I say, the CIA does it all the time. And that's why I'm saying they changed these rebels. That's when they first started. They started right. They started as a militia, not so much a three-man militia, but they started as a militia, concerned for their local community and their families and friends when they started. And then they're pushed a little more and a little more until eventually they become rebels. And I've already talked about rebels. I'm not a big fan on the United States going to a revolution. No. We don't want a revolution. We have everything we need to make things right. All we need to do is do a reset. Remember when you were a kid? Let's do a do-over. That's what we need to do. And the three-man militia is the part that can make it work. When you start complicating things, getting more and more things involved, then you've lost the idea of the three-man militia. Now you're going to be turning into, I don't know. That's when things start getting sticky. And like I say, that's the stuff. When I travel, I face those people. Those are the kind of people that I face. They're not three-man militia type mentality. You know, I'm no threat to all these people. So what they end up doing, they end up being a threat to me. And then we have to work things out. And that's a lot of the stuff that I talk about in the way of negotiating for your life. Because I say I would rather not use violence, and most of the people that I come up against realize they don't really want to get in violence also. And but anyway, I wanted you to think on this when it comes to the three-man militia, using it. And because it's a great thing. It's a great thing, and just like everything, it's got its good and a bad. The only bad is when you sell your soul. When you stop working on morals, now you've changed into something, and I don't know what it is. I don't know. And that's not the kind of stuff that I work with. I work with the three-man militias that run on morals. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.